Only 3 ingredients, 15 minutes, and 2 carbs. Step aside Taco Bell because we're making keto crispy tacos. If you've been wanting a keto hard shell taco that's gluten-free, that isn't made out of a slice of cheese, and that isn't processed keto frankenfood, then this is your recipe. This recipe opens up so many keys to my stomach, from baked crispy taco casserole, keto tostadas, you could even do a double-decker taco. But let's stop ideating and let's get to cooking because your days of soft shell, low-carb tacos are over. Shouldn't have done that. Lettuce everywhere now. To start, we're gonna make up some taco meat because it's not a taco unless you put something in it. I'm using ground beef and I'm gonna cook that up until it's no longer pink, and then I'm gonna add in some taco seasoning. And if you're looking for an easy, low-carb, clean taco seasoning, well, go to my website, ketofocus.com, because I have a recipe on there for you. Then pour in some water and we're gonna let this simmer while it's covered, and we're gonna work on our taco shells. But before we do that, let's hydrate with my favorite brand of electrolytes, Element, who is my sponsor for today's video. If you like to snack while cooking dinner like I do, by the time you sit down for dinner, you're no longer hungry. My trick is to mix up a glass of electrolytes by Element, and I also put it in a wine glass to pretend that it's wine. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte mix of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. There's also no sugar or coloring. Right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serving packets free with any Element order. It's a great way where you can try all 8 flavors or share with just your salty friends. Get yours at drinkelement.com/ketofocus. This deal's only available through my link, so you have to go to drinklmnt.com/ketofocus. Let's talk about what we do next. We make our crispy taco shells. So to a medium bowl, you're gonna add 1 1/3 cup of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of unflavored protein powder, and I'll have my favorite brand listed down below. This is a key ingredient to help getting your tacos super crispy, so you can't omit it. 1 tablespoon of xanthan gum, and this is our glue for holding our taco shell together. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna whisk this together until it's combined, and then pour in 6 tablespoons of hot water. Then grab your trusty rusty fork. This one actually is kind of gross looking. And stir to combine until a dough ball forms. Next, you want to divide your dough into 8 even small balls. So take your big dough ball, slice it in half, then take each of those halves and slice that in half, and then take each of those and slice that in half. It's like basic cell division, but with tortillas. And if my carpenter skills are right, your dough ball is going to be around, say, 1.5 inches. Maybe 1 inch. To flatten your tortillas, you have 2 different options. The first one is just to place your small dough ball in between 2 sheets of parchment paper and use a rolling pin to roll it out into a small flat circle. Or you can use the more sensible, quicker option, which is to use a tortilla press. And I was not happy about having to purchase this because then I just have to find another place to store it, which is currently my coat closet. But more than one of you recommended it when I was making tortillas, and I can see why, because it makes tortilla making so easy and you get a perfectly round tortilla. I still use parchment paper in between to make the peeling off of the tortilla process a lot easier, and I get the round parchment circles that are meant for cake pans. It's so satisfying and only takes a couple minutes. Next, we fry these tortillas in a taco shape. I use avocado oil to fry because avocado oil has a higher smoke point compared to olive oil or butter, and it's better for you than vegetable oil. Heat that over medium heat, and once it's hot enough, add your tortilla to the oil. You want to submerge it because your tortilla is gonna want to float. And you want that hot oil to fry both sides of the tortilla, or else it's gonna be crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. So I either press it down or I shake my pan to get it to cover both sides of the tortilla. Then I like to take my favorite kitchen tool, which is a spatula, but I use this end of it. And this is what I use to help shape my taco shell. But a butter knife will also work if you don't have a spatula. But who doesn't have a spatula? Then we let it set on a paper towel lined tray to cool, or if you really want to guarantee that your taco shell is going to stay open so you can fill stuff in it, well then I recommend this thing I invented. This is the Taco Dryer 3000, aka a bench scraper with a slice of sweet potato to help hold it down. And you can just drape your taco over this and it will help it maintain that taco shape, and you could still put stuff in there. There's a Nerf ball in this one. That's what happens when you're a boy mom. And don't worry if you feel like your taco shells are still a little soft, they will actually harden as they dry. And if they don't, well then all you have to do is just put them in the oven at around 400, 425 degrees for 5 minutes and they're gonna crisp up that way. And listen to that sound. That's the sound of a keto hard shell taco knocking on your door. It's dinner time. But if you really aren't a hard taco shell kind of person and you're looking for a soft taco recipe, well then click here for the most realistic gluten-free keto tortilla recipe I found to date.